If you are a Muslim woman who is pregnant or is planning to become pregnant, you may be wondering whether you should be fasting during Ramadan. Islamic law gives permission for pregnant and breastfeeding women to opt out of fasting if she fears that it will harm her health or the health of her baby. Missed days of fasting can be made up at a later date, or if it is possible, a fidya can be paid by providing food for someone in poverty for every missed fast of Ramadan. However, some pregnant Muslim women decide to fast during Ramadan. This is a very personal decision and will depend on your own circumstances, such as the stage of your pregnancy, how are you feeling, and if you have experienced any problems so far in your pregnancy. Fasting should be discussed with your midwife or doctor so that you can have a health check, identify any potential complications you may be at risk of when fasting, and get their advice on whether fasting is likely to harm you or your baby's health. The time of year Ramadan falls and work commitments may also affect your decision. Research is still going on in this area, and although the evidence is not clear yet, many experts believe it is not a good idea to fast during pregnancy. There is some evidence to suggest that pregnant women who fast during Ramadan may have smaller placentas and babies have slightly lower birth weight compared to the women who don't fast. Fasting may also increase the risk of becoming dehydrated, especially if Ramadan falls during the summer, and this may affect the way your kidneys function and the amount of fluids surrounding your baby. However, other studies have not found any difference between babies who are born to mothers who have fasted and those who have not fasted during Ramadan. The impact of fasting during Ramadan may depend on the overall health of the mother, the stage of pregnancy, and the time of the year Ramadan occurs. Pregnancy is quite a demanding time for your body in terms of nutrients and fluids it needs. If you are considering taking part in Ramadan during pregnancy, make sure your midwife or your doctor knows about it so that they can offer some advice and perform any necessary health checks. If you do decide to fast during Ramadan, you may wish to consider fasting on some day but not all days of the month. If you're fasting, dehydration is something to watch out for, especially if Ramadan falls during long hot summer days. Feeling thirsty or having dark colored urine can be early signs of dehydration. Other symptoms may include dizziness, headache, tiredness, dry mouth, and passing a small amount of urine infrequently. If you feel dizzy, faint, weak, confused, or tired during fasting, even after resting, then you should break your fast with a sweet drink to replace lost sugar and fluids, and a salty snack to replace lost salts, or an oral rehydration solution, and contact your doctor. To try to reduce the risk of dehydration, stay cool in the shade, don't overexert yourself, and at suhoor. Remember that during pregnancy, the amount of fluid you need may increase by an extra 1 or 2 glasses a day. On top of drinking lots of fluid, including foods which have a higher water content such as fruits, vegetables, soups, stews, and porridges in your suhoor and iftar meals may also help to keep you hydrated. It is also a good idea to avoid consuming too many salty foods, especially first thing in the morning, as this may make you feel even more thirsty. Make sure you are still taking your supplements such as folic acid and vitamin D, and eating a healthy balanced diet during Ramadan so that you are getting all the nutrients you and your baby need. Also try to eat food which release energy slowly, such as whole wheat pasta, whole wheat bread, oats, and bran-based cereals, unsalted nuts, especially at suhoor. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, have also said, Allah has relieved the traveler from fasting and half his prayers, and Allah has relieved the pregnant woman and the woman who is breastfeeding from fasting. So based on this hadith, it is clear that the pregnant woman and the women who are breastfeeding have been exempted. And the logical reason that one can think is because when a lady she's pregnant or she's breastfeeding, the food she eats is not only for herself, it's for herself and the baby she's carrying or the baby she's feeding. So, but natural, if her fasting makes it difficult for her and becomes difficult for her baby, then she is exempted from fasting. If it is causing health problems for the baby or herself, it is an option to do not fast. But if it is causing damage to her health or the baby, it becomes haram for her to fast because Allah does not want to lay a burden more than a person can bear.